and do massive damage depending on that. Holy, see that? 500k Lucy damage, 377k Lucy damage. Oh my goodness. And a 279 fallout. 300k cover. Oh my god. Dude, this Dynamo team is not balanced. Yo, Consider here. We are back with another Verse 99 video. So today we're going to be doing kind of like a showcase for Charon. Also talk about, like, you know, first impressions, what he does, and how good is he in this team, and how good is this overall Dynamo team compared to, you know, the other meta teams out there right now in the CN version. As always, I like to keep my characters only at level 30, resonance 10, and always at P0. However, I ran out of mats, so Charon is unfortunately going to be at resonance 7 because I ran out of the mats, but he is level 30. He has a signature side cube. Ulrich here level 30, P0, resonance 10, and the Dynamo, Euphoria, Ezra level 30, resonance 10. So very hopefully relatable showcase for those who are planning to pull this team in the future. Let's get started. Okay, so we restarted the stage a couple times here because we want to start off with the Lucy cards. This is going to allow us to get to our Lucy ultimate by round 3, and the reason why is on round 3, if you're playing with Charon, he's going to allow you to get to Electric Field 3, and that's like the highest point, the strongest point of the Dynamo team. When you are not in Electric Field 3, the Dynamo team is way weaker, especially if you're trying to compare it to the Blood Tide team. It does not even compare to the Blood Tide team. However, if it is in level Electric Field 3, and if, you know, it's not possible, but if it were to be able to sustain level 3 field the entire time, it's easily stronger than Blood Type team. But the thing is, there's always going to be downtime with the Dynamo team, and that's why it's not, it's a variable, you know. It can be better sometimes, but it cannot be better sometimes. But in Reveries, with the help of the robot, there's less downtime and more uptime of the level 3 electric field. Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit of everything. Let me go ahead and just start the fight here, get everything rolling here. So Charon, he starts with 4 AP, and that's his passive. He gets 2, and he gets a 1 from Lucy, 1 from Ulrich, because it's based on the teammates that are Spirit and Intellect. Okay, we also used the buff at the start of the round. That buff that Charon used is going to give everyone a crit rate boost. Any crit rate excess is converted to crit rate or crit damage. Okay. Alright, so here we are going to use his ultimate, and we're going to talk about what his ultimate does, but let me quickly talk about this debuff that was put on the enemies at the very start of the round. So this is going to make them take more damage and also have this line at their HP. Basically, I'm not going to explain it too much, but it's kind of like an execute. If the enemy's HP drops below that line, Charon is going to literally just execute them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to our Lucy ultimate here. Let's drop another shield, and then this is going to get to our Lucy ultimate just in time for our field to jump from 1 to 3. So previously, your electric field, it had to go from 1 to 2 to 3, and that would take like 4 turns. And then you will only get 2 turns of the electric field 3. But with Charon, you can jump from electric field 1 to electric field 3. So basically, with the myth here, you can have only 2 turns of downtime. And the reason why I'm stressing this electric field 3 is, again, if you've never played or heard about Dynamo team, electric field 3 is when you have the highest damage, especially for Lucy. I'm going to show you right here. Okay. Oh, another really cool thing is that on one of the buffs that Charon does, when he ulties, right, he's going to go into channel state. He does a follow-up attack that you might have seen. It refreshes this debuff and refreshes the buff that he gave the very first turn. It's actually crazy. Also, he has another passive where whenever it reaches level 3 electric field here, as you can see, 1 2 3, there's 3 like bars lit up. This is electric field 3. The person in front of him and also himself, whenever you use the ultimate, it does not consume AP. It is crazy. So let's go ahead and show you that in just a second here. Let me just do this. So you know how we have one more move yet? If I use the Lucy card ulti, you would think it consumes AP, but again, it does not. Look at that, no AP consumed. And yeah, let's just go ahead and fire off some of the Lucy damage. Unfortunately, we don't have enough Vertin energy to make her some cards, but that's okay. We'll make some next turn. Okay, So here you go. You're gonna see your first instance of peak Dynamo damage right here. How much damage do you think Lucy's gonna do? I'm saying maybe 100k. No, 200k maybe. Maybe even 300k if we're lucky. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, 144k is pretty good. 112k. Oh, there's the execute. You know how I was talking about the debuff, the execute debuff that Charon does? Okay, 118k, 180k, almost 200k. Very, very good. Charon himself doing 84k. Very, very good damage. So yeah, as you can see, crazy damage coming out from them. Okay, let's spam the Lucy cards. Okay, let's go. Okay.
A perfect algorithm.
Do a 3-star card Lucy. Oh wow, 361,000 damage. That's insane.
An accurate reading.
Wow. Okay, yeah, this is, again, I can tell you, level 3 Dynamo team, that's where their peak damage is. That's one skill did 360k. Watch this. 200k from Charon. Oh, and then the execute at the end. You see that 999 Genesis damage at the top? That is absolutely insane. That is crazy damage. Okay. You show him, yeah. That's some massive damage. Jesus. Okay. All right. So we are now not in the electric field. So we want to get the electric field as fast as possible. So I'm actually gonna play a little safe. I'm gonna shield with Ezra here, just because we need a shield up. Okay, we need a shield up here. All right, here we go. We're gonna proc this. We're gonna proc that. We're gonna shield up with Ezra, and then we can just refresh the buff here. Maybe, yeah. Let's just refresh the buff here. Yeah, let's refresh the buff here, and then I'm gonna pop the Lucy ultimate just to add Dynamo into the electric field. And it's okay, we can just use more cards on Lucy, it'll be fine. So the myth here is going to inject some more Dynamo into the electric field here. Okay, so that was the end of the Charon buff. Okay, so he did a little splash there. That means he didn't have enough shockwave. Okay, so it needs shockwave to upkeep that. Okay, good. Some damage onto us. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna make some Lucy cards here. I'm gonna ulti with Charon. We're gonna cleanse. This is gonna be huge for us. I'm gonna use this. I kind of want to take this guy out. Let's take this guy out. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright, we're going to use the Charon ulti. This is going to extend and refresh everything. Also do some damage at the end. Like I said, he goes into the channel state. The channel state does follow attacks. Follow attacks are going to refresh debuffs and refresh buffs on your teammates, as well as gain Moxie passively and do massive damage depending on that. Holy, see that? 500k Lucy damage, 377k Lucy damage. Oh my goodness. And a 279 fallout. 300k cover. Oh my god. Dude, this Dynamo team is not balanced. Charon is not balanced. Yo, he's crazy. Dude, bro's actually crazy. Jeez, man. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna chill. We're gonna chill here. I'm gonna save my robot ulti for the next round so that we can get the electric field faster. Because again, without the electric field, we are very, very weak. 124k. Yeah, we don't even have the Lucy ultimate, unfortunately. Oh, 115k is very, very good. Oh, are we dead? Oh, see, I'm telling you, we're... Man, Sadadia, you gotta chill. You do so much damage. What the heck? Bro, why do you do so much? Oh my god, and you're gonna ulti us? We might be cooked. We might be cooked. Guys, we might be cooked. I don't think we survive this. I don't think we survive this. All right, guys. Let's pray. Let's pray the Ezra shield is enough here. And like I was saying before, I don't know if I mentioned it, Ezra, you know, a lot of people aren't like too sold on him just because the shields are very inconsistent. I mean, you do see that we got a massive shield there, right? But the thing is, like, the downtime in the Electric Field 1 makes it so that you're susceptible to damage. So let's see how much of this shield can actually protect us from Spatadias, because Spatadias is really scary. She's really scary. I'm really scared of Spatadia, honestly. Oh my god, Spatadia, you do so much damage. Jesus, calm down. Okay, yeah, Spatadia did like all of our shield, which is kind of insane, actually. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and try to. I think we beat the stage now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use the Olive ultimate. Oh, not the Olive, the Charon ultimate. And like I said again, does not require AP because we're at Electric Field 3. Same thing with Lucy. Look at this. So now we can just go ahead and blast away.
Loading.
We can blast
Charging.
away.
Charging.
Let's get it. Can we finish this on round 9? Alright, so Charon's going to ulti here. He's basically, again, like I said, going to the channel stage, do extra follow attack, refreshes the debuffs on the enemy, and now Lucy, the star of the show. She is the DPS of the Dynamo team. Show us what peak Dynamo damage is. 250k on the ulti, 167k on the 1-star skill, 280k on the follow-up, 160k on the skill there. Another 170. Okay, yeah, she. Oh my god, dude, the power of the Dynamo team is insane. All right, so yeah, I don't want to hype up Charon too much, but Charon makes this team insanely busted. And like, what's crazy is that Charon himself did 1.4 million damage. And watch this. Charon did 1.4 million damage. Guess how many moves he used? Look at that. He used the buff card. This is level 1 buff card. I think I used this like later on, and we used his ultimate 3 times. And let me remind you, whenever the electric field gets level 3, this use of the ultimate does not consume AP. So basically, he's not even consuming any AP. He's so AP friendly. He has all the debuffs and all the buffs on your enemies, and he's doing 1.4 million damage with only, I wouldn't even call this 5 AP because this doesn't cost AP. These two cost AP. So basically he used 2 AP and he did 1.4 million damage. Really, really insane. And obviously Lucy is going to pop off because, you know, she's the main DPS of the Dynamo team. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that showcase. Hopefully you learned a little bit of how the Dynamo team works, how there might be some problems with, you know, sustaining with Ezra, but at the same time, the impact of Charon with the addition of him to this team and how he works. All right, that's gonna be it for the showcase. I know a long video here. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.